This is it for the 2024 Volvo EX90. It is a point of pride for Volvo that its current lineup is fully electrified. This indicates that the powertrain of each vehicle, including those with internal combustion engines, incorporates some form of battery electric power. However, according to the company's mission statement, by the year 2030, they intend to offer entirely battery-powered electric vehicles, EVs, and completely phase out sales of gas-powered automobiles. A new framework for electric vehicles. The vehicle will debut with a powertrain that is comprised of 2 motors and will drive all 4 wheels. In the base configuration, the 2 permanent magnet motors contribute a combined output of 402 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque to the vehicle. There will be 496 horsepower and 671 pound-feet of torque available in the twin-motor performance variant. The regular version of the twin-motor EX90 will reach 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds, while the performance trim will shave a full second off of that time. Volvo estimates these times. The brakes have front and back measurements of 15.7 and 15.4 inches respectively, and the chassis uses air springs. The turning circle, which measures 38.7 feet, is approximately a foot more compact than the one on the current generation XC90. EX90 design. The concept Recharge provided a sneak peek at the exterior design of the EX90. However, the X90's form and proportions are more akin to those of an SUV, in contrast to the concept's profile, which was more akin to that of a wagon and featured a lower roof. In point of fact, the exterior dimensions of the EX90 are quite comparable to those of the current XC90. The wheelbase remains unchanged at 117.5 inches, while the overall length increases to 198.3 inches, a little more than 3 inches longer than before. The dimensions of the EX90 are as follows: 77.3 inches in width, 68.8 inches in height. The EX90 is approximately 1.5 inches wider. The front end, which does not have a grille, is rounded. The door handles and window glass are flush with the body side surface, and the wheels, which measure 22 inches in diameter and have separate wheel cover inserts to smooth airflow. All of these design elements are intended to achieve the claimed drag coefficient of 0.29. A protrusion along the leading edge of the roof of the vehicle serves as a home for the lidar sensors that will eventually be required for the vehicle to be capable of driving itself, putting the limits of safety on the line. In addition to this, Volvo claims that the EX90 will be safer than any Volvo automobile that has come before it. This quest for safety might take a few different shapes. The level of awareness of the pilot can be determined using a combination of 2 cameras focused on the driver and a sensor in the steering wheel. If the driver is unable to control the vehicle, the system has the ability to pull over to the shoulder of the road and switch on the danger lights. A child or pet that has been forgotten in a vehicle can be located with the use of in-car radar. If the system determines that there is a child or pet present, it will prohibit you from locking the doors and will activate the climate control system to keep the room at a temperature that is comfortable for the child or pet. Pricing and a release date for the EX90. It is anticipated that the EX90 will be available in dealerships in the United States sometime in the early years of 2024. Production of the EX90 and the Polestar 3 will take place in Ridgeville, South Carolina. However, consumers can pre-order their vehicles at this time, and in the fall of 2023, they will be able to complete the specifications of their EX90. Pricing information is not yet available. All that Volvo has to say about the vehicle is that it will be fully equipped for less than $80,000. In addition to outright purchase or lease, the EX90 will also be obtainable through the Care by Volvo subscription service offered by the Volvo brand. The model will first be offered alongside Volvo's current flagship automobile, the XC90, at the very top of the Swedish manufacturer's portfolio. Eventually, though, it will replace the XC90. The Volvo EX90 is the first in a line of electric vehicles, EVs, and the firm has stated that it intends to release one new electric model every year. A small SUV is likely to be the next up. It will be interesting to observe in what manner they model themselves after the EX90.